Welcome to Your Wellness in Mind. I am Eric Dulong, and this is my co-host.
Hi, I'm Sherry Matheson. We are so happy that you're watching our second episode of Your Wellness in Mind.
We feel privileged that you're watching our show. We co-created Your Wellness in Mind to bring clarity on various wellness topics and guidance to help you create a plan of action that will have a positive impact on your life.
As experienced health and wellness coaches, Eric and I hope to become one of your trusted allies and look forward to offering our support either one-on-one or in a group setting. We want you to know you're not alone when it comes to wanting to improve your health and wellness.
And improving our wellness starts with having a defined goal of what we would like to achieve, and that is the topic of our second episode of Your Wellness in Mind, how to set up your goals.
And I would add that today's episode goes beyond just setting up a goal and more on how to achieve your meaningful goals so they can be fulfilled.
That is an important clarification, Sherry. Thank you. So in today's episode, we will cover why are we setting goals, what might be some of the challenges with setting goals, and finally, how to succeed in achieving our goals. We will share with you our personal approach.
Stay with us. We have a lot to share with you.
First of all, goal setting helps us focus on what is important to us, what we want to accomplish, and where we want to be in the future.
So the definition of the word goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result.
That sounds good and almost too easy.
It sounds like it, but we have all struggled at some point in our lives with either setting up a goal or goals, being not sure of which is the right goal to pick, or losing the focus on it quickly.
Well, I can relate to that. And actually, this is a good segue to our next segment of the show. What are the challenges with setting goals? I would like to kick off this segment about achieving goals with a quote from Confucius. And it goes like this: when it is obvious that the goal cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps.
So what I'm understanding from that is we need to be flexible on how to fulfill a goal, as sometimes things might not be going exactly the way we have planned. And that doesn't mean we need necessarily to change what we want to achieve.
That is right. It is one of the challenges with setting up goals, keeping the focus to achieve them. Because I like stats.
And who doesn't?
That's right. I would like to share some data from the Brain Statistic Institute about New Year resolution. As with New Year, it is the high season for goal setting, right?
Yes, I would say New Year often triggers the desire of a new you, which I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions.
Well, you will see with the stats that you're not alone. So, basically, the Stanton University and the Brain Statistic Institute conducted a survey in the USA on January 1st, 2017 with 1,562 respondents about New Year resolution. And it's interesting to read that 58% of Americans usually or infrequently make New Year resolution, and only 9.2% felt they were successful in achieving their resolution.
It's a small sample of data, but we can still extrapolate two things from that. So one, a lot of people never make resolutions. In this survey, 42% of the respondents never did, and two, those that did make New Year's resolutions struggled with achieving them. Let's explore what some of those reasons might be.
It could be the fear of failure, or after a few unsuccessful attempts, feeling discouraged to set up goals in the future. Or be that, if we try something and we fail, some of us may refuse to do it again for fear of embarrassment or comparison with others that we feel have succeed, right?
Fear is a key factor in most cases, as fear paralyzes many of us into inaction. Fear of the unknown that leads many of us to keep on doing the same old things that we've always done.
Yeah, the fear of change can create anxiety for some people, and the best way to avoid that state is to stick with what is known rather than face an uncertain future. That resistance to change is our natural bias to mainly maintain that feeling that we are in control. Fear of change can range from simple discomfort towards change, which many of us might experience in our day to day life, to be a phobia when it becomes irrational, persistent, and very intense.
In the case of phobia that is beyond what Eric and I as coaches can help with, if you think you may have a phobia of change, we invite you to consult with your doctor.
That's right, please do. We covered the fear of failure, the fear of change. There's also the fear of success, which can sound strange, but actually be more common than we thought, right? So the fears of success is what our beliefs are about what successful people are like. And one fear that it might become like them if one is successful. One belief that one may lose friends or exploit others, for instance. So I think that covered most of it.
But what about some that might say the only reason is laziness?
Well, that is possible that one might not want to engage in a long-term goal if that do not provide an instant gratification. In order to engage in an effort, one needs to find that the return on effort invested needs to be bigger than the loss of comfort. It can also be possible that one might not have found what they want to do or focus on and appears to others as being lazy or procrastinator.
Procrastination will be a topic, I'm sure, in a future episode of Your Wellness in Mind. For now, let's move on to the reasons why it is challenging to achieve our goals.
Earlier, we mentioned not having an instant gratification as a reason of not setting goals. Instant gratification could be a reason to not achieve our goals.
Our viewers may need some clarification on what we mean by that.
Okay, so let's say I am not fulfilled at work, I am truly unhappy, and my goal is to transition to a new job more fulfilling. But in the meantime, my current company gave me a big bonus check. Yay! That check provides to me an instant feeling of satisfaction. So the desire to invest much hard work in transitioning to a new job might be gone or extremely low for a while because there's no sense of urgency anymore to keep that motivation going. Therefore, the goal may just be swept under the carpet.
Yes, we notice that a lot with our clients needing instant gratification. Another common reason we have observed is that we are setting unrealistic goals. Like, for example, something we might hear is, this year I want to be a brand new me.
Yeah.
In order to do so, we will have to change many of the long-time behaviors and we'll have to tackle a big list of tasks at the same time to achieve that major makeover, and then shortly after realizing the challenge is harder than we thought it would be to sustain it.
That's right. That's right. And not only that the goals needs to be realistic. We often observe that goals are vague or not specific, like being rich or being healthy. Everybody would like to be rich or healthy. But what is the meaning to you of being rich or healthy? One has to be specific about the goal, but also linking it to one's core value or the vision of one's future self, making it meaningful in order to connect to one's emotion or a deep desire to accomplish something for oneself.
Like lots of those checks.
That's right.
Linking goals to a vision is the key to our approach to setting successful goals, or what we like to call WIG, wildly important goals.
Ah, that's a good segue to our next segment of today's show, choosing your WIG. If you are in the corporate world, you might have heard of SMART goals. That stands for
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bounded.
SMART is perfect to set up a goal if one already has a clear picture of one's future self and can link that back to something that resonates with one's life purpose, hopes, or dreams. Otherwise, the goal might feel quickly meaningless, especially if hard work is required and there's no sight of gratification in the near future.
It's never ever just about the goal. It's really about what does the goal give us.
That's right.
We found the SMART approach was flat for most of our clients. There was no great resonance or motivation, which left us asking ourselves, why is that? What we realize is that SMART does not link to a vision, which represents the root of why, kind of our compelling why we want to achieve a certain goal.
Yeah, well, of course, one can argue that the R in SMART, which means relevant, could be kind of why. However, it is the fourth letter in the word, therefore the fourth step in the approach, which is a little too late for us in the goal setting process. So we decided that we needed to change that. It was time to improve the approach to goal setting, and that is what we did. And voila!
Voila!
Yeah, which stand for visualize, organize, initiate, learn, and acknowledge.
I believe our viewers are ready for a call to action. In the next segment, we'll help you choose your WIG, wildly important goal, using our voila approach.
We would like to invite you to choose your WIG using the voila approach. This is what we recommend on how to approach it. The first step is the letter V for visualize. We would like to invite you to take a few moments to visualize where do you see yourself in 10 years.
Yes, close your eyes and imagine 10 years down the road, and if you can't do 10, do 5. Where are you? How do you feel? What are you doing? Who are you surrounded by? What is the environment like around you? What are the emotions you're experiencing? Capture these thoughts and write them down. Press the pause button to give yourself some time. And when you're done and ready, hit play, and we'll be here and we'll go through the next steps. Hit the pause button now.
Welcome back. Let's move to the next step. Next step is the letter O for organize. Organize your vision by creating your long-term plan that will support your future self.
For example, this could be your wealth, health, relationships, career, spirituality, family, or any other key area of your life.
For each key area, define a list of activities. After is the letter I for initiate. Initiate the activity or activities by defining them using the SMART approach and just do it.
Just do it. Next is the letter L for learn. As you're making these changes, notice and observe over time what is going on and then adjust and tweak as needed. Keep on experimenting.
Last but not least is the letter A for acknowledge. Acknowledge your success regularly.
Yes, celebration is key. So when you're ready, start initiating your other key activities from your long-term plan.
We hope that our Voila approach will help you to achieve your WIG. If you feel that you require support, please contact us via email or our Facebook page.
Yes, we will be happy to work with you.
We hope that this show made you feel that you're not alone in fulfilling your goals.
We want you to remember that everything starts with your desire and the decision to steer the course of your life, and then just do it. It was a real pleasure to make this second episode of Your Wellness in Mind. I want to thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Sherry.
And we hope it was a pleasure for you to watch.
Yeah, well, we have more interesting topics about wellness that we will cover in future episodes of Your Wellness in Mind. We invite you to come every 15th of the month to watch the next topic we have prepared for you.
And if you have any ideas on topics for Eric and I, please send them. Thank you, and don't forget,
you're not alone. Bye for now.